8 minutes.
For 8 minutes.
I felt the same. Thought we started the game quite well, and then we just shoot ourselves in the foot. Really poor decision making from that situation that led to the first goal. Then I feel, if I'm honest, really honest, I feel we're lucky to win half time at 1-0. But we've got moments. I thought we were actually posed an attacking threat as well. Stevie May got in behind a couple of times. So I thought it was, offensively, we weren't a million miles away. Wee bit lucky to go in at half time 1-0 down. I think they kind of exposed our left hand channel. Just kind of got it in and spun it in behind, and the runners in behind. We knew they were going to do that, but we never really dealt with it as well as what we'd hoped. Second half, change. We had to get corner off. He had a wee bit of concussion, we feel. Shane Blaney's obviously came off as well, which is no ideal. You're asking players to go on for probably longer than they should have at that point. And then we speak about it, how we're going to press, because we've changed our sleep slightly. How we're going to press, how we're going to play, and then we just shoot ourselves in the foot again. A really poor decision. And to be honest, I was sitting aside, I think he was lucky he wasn't sent off, because there was no attempt to play the ball. So I think we get lucky there, believe it or not. So we give away, 5 minutes into the second half, give away a second goal. And at that point, the game's getting away from you very quickly, with 18,000 fans in the stadium getting behind Hibs. Hibs get a bit of confidence, got that 2-goal cushion, they start popping it. The game becomes a lot harder at that point. Third goal, we should do better, we should find the contact in the box, but that's probably the one goal I think I can take in the chin and go that I can tell we're trying to affect the cross in the wide area. We're trying to stop the cross. We're a wee bit unlucky, but we leave Hoylett spare in the box. Do you know what I mean? It's good timing, and he probably puts it in the only place that Jerome can't get to it. So you take the third goal, and the fourth goal is just poor defending. But I think by that point, at 3-0, the game was away from us at that point, and we weren't a team. Certain players try to go and win the game, and certain players try to see the game out, and we were just a wee bit disjointed for 3-0 onwards.
It seems a long time since you've had a home game. Is it kind of a good thing to get back and just maybe get...
Maybe, but I think we've been pretty good away from home. We've been pretty good at home, to be fair. The 2 games we've lost, we've had 6 away games now, which has been difficult because it's against tough opponents. Dundee was probably the one we were a wee bit frustrated with as a group and personally. We lose that last minute free kick penalty, which I've already spoke about, but all other games bar Celtic, we've kind of picked points up, we've been difficult to beat. The home games we've managed to take 3 off Falkirk. The 2 home games we've lost last minute goals to take the points off as Rangers and Hearts. So I'm actually looking forward to getting back home.
I was at the Falkirk game, you were excellent.
Yeah, we were, but again I think this league you're going to have, I feel you're going to have maybe 5, potentially 6 teams that are a wee bit above everyone else in the league. That's how I think the league's going to be. I think the gap's got a wee bit bigger in terms of that group from previous years in the Premiership. That's just my feeling now. And then I think when you drop down to kind of probably 7th to 12th, I think anybody can beat anybody at that point, and it's probably a wee bit more of a level playing field. And I'm not saying you can't compete with the top 6 in your day, you can, but you need a lot of things to go in your favour. You probably need them to be off it a little bit as well. But we're architects of our own downfall today. Maybe I shouldn't have changed the shape. I don't know, but that's one that I'll go and kind of sit through tonight and tomorrow and kind of see what I could have done better, basically. But I don't think you can legislate for the 2 goals we gave away, and I think it just gave the players a mountain to climb.
So it's a reminder that obviously you're saying the league is quite tight, down there. You can't have off days like that, can you? When you look at where
you're going to lose games. You're going to lose games of football at this level. But I think there's got to be a way to lose a game of football, and they gift the opposition the first 2 goals, because that's what you've done. You've gifted them the first 2 goals. I think you're always going to struggle, but it's a harsh reminder. I think last year in the champ, you probably got away with that today. You've probably got away with that because we were the bigger team. But my ambitions were to stay in the Premiership. Maybe it's a stark reminder to everyone at the football club how hard that job's going to be. we've just came up from the Championship. Yeah, we've spent a lot of time in the Premiership previously, but I do think it's changed. I felt that in the last couple of years in the Premiership, it got harder for us as a club. But I do feel we've got a really good group. I think we're more than capable of staying in the Premiership. I think we're more than capable of being really, really competitive in most games. That was the one aspect I think we weren't today. For spells, but Hibs really, really punished us for our own mistakes today. But aye, it's a harsh reminder of how difficult the Premiership is. But yeah, there is. I don't know if you guys see it, but I feel that there's a bigger gap now.
You said it through the week. Things are Celtic, Hibs and Hearts.
I think when even Aberdeen, but if you look at the money that Aberdeen have spent in terms of transfer fees, there'll not be many clubs outside that top five. There's Hearts spending money, Celtic spend money, Rangers spend money. So when you look at them, and I think I played Aberdeen, I thought they were okay. I thought they would get better. And they've spent a lot of money on a lot of players to get there as well. So when you look at that, it's made them probably sixth down. I said seventh earlier, but probably seventh down. It's going to be difficult, and then you throw in Kilmarnock, you throw in Dundee United and St Mirren, who have St Mirren especially historically last 3 years in the top six. So it's a difficult league, but it's one that we worked hard to get to, and it's one that we'll work really hard to stay in.
Excuse me, Shane, obviously you mentioned there was Danny injured as well, and also Adam.
Danny, I thought Danny had an injection last week in his knee, and I think he struggled a wee bit with that today. Danny being Danny would never tell me he's sore, so I made that decision for him, because Danny will play every single minute of every single game, with niggles, with knocks, with injuries, if you let him. So I felt I had to make that decision at half time. He said he was okay, but I could just see in his movements he wasn't himself. Shane was obviously a muscle injury, and Adam Montgomery was a muscle injury, which is no ideal again, because I thought Adam was probably the best player for Livingston on the park until he came off the park. I thought he was outstanding. He was a muscle injury, and Connor took a head knock. I think it was in around 30 minutes of the first half. And then at half time I was speaking to him, and I wasn't overly sure he was giving me the answers that I was looking for. And I asked the doctor, the physio, whatever, we look at him, and they said, I think we better call this one. So Connor was kind of a concussion sub. I don't think there was a lot in it, but he was a concussion sub. So no ideal again. That probably plays a part in the game as well. But sitting here reflecting on the game, we gave them a 2-goal start. If you come away to anybody in the Premiership, even in the Championship, give people a 2-goal start, you're only going to struggle to get something from the game.